My sample is actually so fugly, but it's okay. We're gonna keep going. I feel like I look a lot different than my first YouTube video because I do my makeup different every single time. I have like a set routine and I feel like I look different. Anyways, welcome to my second YouTube video. In this video, I'll be talking about my current manufacturing experience, and I also wrote down notes for this video so that I don't miss anything and so that I'm not all over the place like in my first YouTube video. I'm going to talk about my manufacturer experience, how I found them, what I researched, my own personal requirements in a manufacturer, where I also already ordered from, and how I got a tech pack, how I made the tech pack, how much I spent so far, and why I don't like my first sample. First, I was going to get into what I am looking for in a manufacturer, what are my requirements. I did want my bikinis to be made out of recycled materials, so definitely looking for a manufacturer who can source those fabrics and who can also do the custom printing on fabrics, because I am drawing my own designs. And not only am I looking for a manufacturer that can do all that I need, but also I want them to have the same values as my brand and me. So a few things is I am looking for certain certifications that a manufacturer would have so that I can trust that they are doing ethical work. I am looking for the BSCI certification. That just confirms that the manufacturer practices ethical treatment, fair wages, safety, and workers' rights, etc. I was also looking for the Ecotex I don't know if I'm saying that right. And this certification is just to confirm that textiles are tested and certified free from harmful substances. So there are other things I'm also looking for, but those are just to name a few, and those certifications are something that you can reference. Now I wanted to get into where I find manufacturers, and it's been really tough. I did start off with just Googling it and going through the rabbit hole of Reddit, Instagram, even TikTok, just to find manufacturers that I can reach out to. I forgot to mention also, I am looking for a low MOQ, and MOQ means minimum order quantity. I am a small business, so I don't want to have too much inventory if I don't even know if it's something that will sell. So I am looking for a manufacturer that can accommodate a low MOQ. My minimum would be 100, and to be honest, it's really tough because a lot of them have MOQs of like 300, and I am just simply not ready for that. And also, before I move on to my next point, I did search manufacturers on Alibaba, and Alibaba is basically a site for a lot of manufacturers from different countries, but it is mainly China, and there is a stereotype with people working with Alibaba, and for some reason people think that manufacturing in Alibaba means that your items are going to be cheap. Shut up. Please shut up. If you automatically assume that whatever is made in China is cheap, please self-reflect on why you think that and give an explanation why you think it's cheap quickly. I think it's just a lot of ignorance when it comes down to it. Almost everything we have in the US is manufactured from China. So your favorite brands, Nike, Lululemon, Zara, all of it is made in China. So to hold a small business to a different standard is kind of annoying. Don't you think? It's annoying. And if I'm going to be completely honest with you, everything is made in China because they got the sauce. They got it down. To say that everything that would be made in China is low quality when they have the machinery, they have the sewers that have years of experience, they're leading in manufacturing, and you're gonna say that something made from China is cheap. It's kind of giving, like, self-reflect. What I believe is that if you pay low prices, expect low quality. That's all. You're not paying for that quality, then of course you're not going to get something that is very high quality, but that goes for every single country, not just China. The few main points of my brand that's really important to me is sustainably made and affordability. And I know that when you're working with manufacturers, you can't have it all. As much as I would like to manufacture domestically just because it'd be easier on communication, overseeing what the production looks like, it was just not possible for me to manufacture in the US while keeping my brand affordable. And that's just the hard honest truth. The places that I did order from, a manufacturer in Brazil, I did order from a manufacturer in China that I found off Alibaba. Even though I said it was tough to manufacture in US, I am still going through a cut and sew manufacturer in the US. I have to order my own custom fabrics, create my own pattern, and then bring it to the manufacturer. So it is a longer process, but I did want to test out a few manufacturers before I settle down because, again, this is my first time and I don't know what I want yet, and I need to know what manufacturer can hit every single point for me and also uphold the same values as me. So I did order from Brazil, China, and the US. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was tech packs. What tech packs are the blueprint of your product. You send them to the manufacturer and they know exactly how to make your item by referring to your tech pack. I did reach out to a person on Fiverr. What Fiverr is basically an app where you can reach out to freelancers and order their services from them. I did reach out to someone and she specialized in swimwear tech packs, and she basically made it into a pretty little PowerPoint so that I can send it to all my manufacturers. Here's the tech pack that she made for me. So here's her drawing it out. Let me go the other way actually. This is not a cut that I decided to use when I ordered samples, but this was like my first like drawing. On the next template, she added all the small details of what I wanted in my bikini, like it's low cut, low rise, fully lined. She also added a slide where she put what kind of fabric I wanted to use. She had another page where she put the measurements. This was referencing a size small, but she also put a chart of what the other sizes measurements would be. So yeah, she sent it to me, and again, it was like a PowerPoint, so I was able to edit it and put whatever I wanted for the actual bikinis that I was going to order with my manufacturer. How much have I spent? Okay, so I actually do keep track of my finances on a Google Sheet, and I'm going to share with you exactly how much I spent on sampling. So for the tech pack, it was $65, and for my first sample, it was $93.88. And then for my second sample from a different manufacturer was $221.45. And then I did pay one manufacturer a deposit for my bulk order because they were having like a discount. So if I had put a deposit, then they would give me 2 free samples in return. So the deposit was $617. If I don't end up doing the bulk order with them because I don't like the samples that they provided, I would just get charged for the samples, which would be around like $150, and they would return the rest to me. So that's that. That's how much I did spend, and it adds up. It really does add up, and it's kind of stressful because I did order a sample and I did not like it. It's kind of ugly to me, but there are some things that I did like about it, so I am still hopeful that I can get it right with the right manufacturer. But when I first got it, dude, I felt so discouraged. I was like, this is not gonna work out. I just spent $100. It's not exactly what I wanted, and I should just give up now. I know it takes a lot of trial and error. Yeah, but I just had to crash out a little bit because I did have the expectation of it going super well, and it didn't. But you gotta keep going. I'm gonna show you the sample. I'm gonna flip it inside out so you guys don't see the pattern just because I'm gatekeeping for now, but you will kind of see a little bit of it. But I just wanted to show you what the sample looked like, and I've been working on this for like the past couple months, so it was kind of surreal to have the bikini finally in your hands. Even though it wasn't perfect, it just feels kind of crazy that like progress is being made, and now you have like something in your hands to prove for it, you know? So that was a great feeling. Anyways, this is the top. I am going to be doing like a halter top, and this cup was just really, really small. It was really small. This sample was supposed to be a size small, but the cup was just like really tiny, and I already got small tatas, so that had to be fixed. So I did have to give my manufacturer new measurements. These are the bottoms. Actually, they are like the perfect like thong cut. It's like perfectly showing a lot, but also not showing everything. So it's perfect. And then also it's a low rise bikini, and that was the point of like my whole brand, was just to get a bikini that would flower the short torso, because that is me. My camera died like midway, so that's amazing. These bottoms are perfect. The shape of them are exactly what I wanted. The fit of them are exactly what I wanted. I feel like it's a very niche thing, but I know I'm not the only one out there. But every time I wore a bikini having a short torso, they always end up very high on my waist and like very minimal fabric on the coochie part. And I don't want that. I want my front covered, but I want my back open. What? Sorry, not open, but visible. And it was so hard for me to find like a low-rise bikini that would meet all of that. What I don't like about my bikini is the print. I did draw the print. I did have my graphic designer bestie make it even better, but it just didn't print well, and I think it's because of how I sent the file. But we're trying again. But that's why I didn't want to show you guys. I noticed in my last verbiage right now, I was kind of sounding like it was all my manufacturer's fault. It's not. There are things that they did not follow on my tech pack, but there were things that I also didn't do right as well. It was kind of both of our first dates, okay? So we just were feeling each other out. Making a bikini that's low rise, don't judge me because I'm not a sewer. I would sew them like this and cut the extra fabric so that they are low waisted. I had to do that for all of my bikinis, just so that it can have a low waist. Like, this is a perfect low waist for me. We compare it to a regular bikini. So this is a regular bikini, okay? And that one, usually my coochie's out. Here is in comparison to the pink one that I sewed. Do you see how much extra fabric is on the bottom? Because these were very similar like cuts, I was like, let me just make a bikini that already does all of that, so we don't have to keep sewing our bikinis and sewing them horribly at that. Also, I wanted to mention that the sample was made out of polyester, and my next samples will be coming in with nylon, so I can compare the two. Both are recycled. I did go with polyester because for my first sample, because polyester is a stronger, durable fabric for swim, and it does take prints better. But yeah, I also just want to see nylon too, so I can actually make the decision. Even though I didn't like my first sample, I am very hopeful that my manufacturer will get it right, or I will find the one that can get it right. In my next video, I'll probably have more samples that I like and will want to show off. This process has been very long, and it's been really difficult to communicate because they are from different countries, so we are talking on different time zones. So I'll usually be staying up a little later to catch them and give them some more information or answer any of their questions or ask any of my questions. So it has been tough, and it can get a little discouraging when it doesn't go the way that you want. So remember that you might not get it right the first time, and that's okay. You're still getting to know your manufacturers, and you're still getting to know what you want, and you have to be open-minded to also like changing things. It's not gonna work out exactly how you want, and it's not gonna work out as fast as you want, and that's okay. As long as I keep going, I know I'll eventually get there. And if anyone's in the same spot, I hope you just feel the same, that it's gonna all work out in the end as long as you keep at it. I feel like I still left out a lot of stuff, but if there's anything you want to know or any advice that you want to give to me, please let me know. And yeah, thank you, and I will see you in my next video.